What is up, YouTube? How are y'all doing today, man? It is Tedo. We are back with another video, man. Back with the consistency once again, bro. Back again with the consistency, man. So the topic for today's video, man, is the content that you take in can make a big difference in your life. So for starters, y'all, how much of y'all feel like y'all are wasting time with the content you watch on a daily? Now, if you're watching this, I would feel like a good 70% of y'all would probably say that y'all are wasting the time with the content y'all are watching. And here's the thing, man. I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm gonna put the type of content into two different type of categories, right? So on one hand, we have instant gratification content. So that's going to be content like stuff you see on Instagram, or not just necessarily stuff you see on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's content that you just watch, and it's like the short form content. You could just scroll mindlessly for hours on end without, like, the time would just go by and you won't even notice. So there's that type of content. And then there's instant gratification content, and then there's the other type of content, which is delayed gratification content. And that's more content on the educational side, and not just it's more educational, but it's also slower paced content. And what I mean by that, it's long form videos. It could be books, it could even be documentaries, it could be movies, right? So, like I explained it a little bit in my last video, scrolling on TikTok, no matter how much TikToks you watch, you're not going to get as much information if you just watch one video or one documentary or you read one page out of a book dedicated to this one particular subject. So obviously the short form content, it's gonna be a bunch of just random things. Like I said, it's just gonna be random. It's gonna be random. One might be educational, and then the next video is gonna be something random, or it's just gonna be something funny. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man, even myself, I struggle with this. I feel like a Shailene Monk themselves will struggle with scrolling on Instagram. If they get, like, if you were to give them an iPhone and then you know what I'm saying, you were just to open up Instagram Reels, give them a little bit of scroll, they themselves will probably have some trouble breaking out of that cycle of just scrolling. And again, it's like something I said in the last video. It's just these companies, they hire people who study this, who know more about how your brain works than you do, and they use it to find ways to manipulate your brain so you can stay on their platform for as long as they can for monetary gain. So what I'm trying to get at is you're at a massive disadvantage on these platforms, and it's crazy, man. But like I said in the last video too, man, you could control social media, or you can let social media control you. Now here's the thing, right? Short-term content is really usually a bad thing, but there is a way that you could use it to your benefit. And it's kind of cool, because I feel like you could use short-term content like TikToks and all that for your benefit. And it's obviously you control your For You page, or you control what type of content you're watching, right? So to where it's less randomized, and it's actually just straight up educational content that is things that are interesting, that interest you as a person. And yeah, you have that ability to fix your For You page and make it straight educational content, or make it something that you actually want to do, make it focused on that. You have that ability, right? So every time you see something that you just think is instant gratification content, there's even an option to be like, not interested, I don't want to watch this, or don't recommend content like this, or don't recommend this channel. It's all about just making more of a conscious effort and being more conscious as to what you're watching, and you know, it's just you really just got to put more effort into staying away from content that you don't feel like is actually necessarily helping you, and it's just wasting your time. Now the reason I say I would prefer delayed gratification content is just because it's, like I said, it's longer, and you're more focused in on one topic, and it's still not all over the place. Like if you were to say you do eventually you fix your For You page and it's just straight educational content, it's still going to be a little bit all over the place. So I would still say I would prefer delayed gratification content over short-term content. And here's the thing, right? The type of content you watch is still gonna be, it still should be based off of your hobbies and your interests. But it's like you gotta make it strictly on that, right? So if you like basketball and you want to be in the NBA, you should have your For You page just straight NBA tips, or have it not even NBA tips, right? Or it could just be something that would help you in your later career. Maybe it could be some content, some TikTokers that talk about what's it called, PR training, right? You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be locked in on just basketball. So it's about making a conscious effort to change what you're watching and what you're feeding into your brain. It doesn't have to just be content, videos or anything like that. Obviously you could also read and feed into your mind things you see on documentaries, or feed into your mind things you see in real life. Like what's that saying, you're the average of the 7 or 5 people you spend the most time with, or whatever. I think the same thing goes for the content you watch. So if you're just watching straight Neon or Jack Doherty, what type of person do you think you're gonna end up acting like? You know what I mean? Even if it's like in an unconscious level, even if you're unconsciously acting like this person. And I think it's a great foundation. It makes for a great foundation if you're watching educational content and you're feeding your brain into things that you would think help you in your future, into whatever you want to do. So me personally, and it's not as easy as I'm making it out to be, because it is kind of difficult, right? Like when you watch a TikTok or when you're scrolling, you click on it like just out of habit. Sometimes you don't even know you're doing it, and sometimes you just do it because you're bored. But for me, right, I used to like watching like a lot of Kai Cenat or I Showed Speed. Their TikToks would pop up a lot, and one day I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna make my new favorite YouTuber Alex Hormozi. I'm gonna make my new favorite YouTuber Healthy Gamer GG. If y'all know who that is, he's like I don't know if he's a licensed therapist, but he speaks a lot about the brain, and like he knows this stuff, right? I think he used to be a monk or something. But or my YouTube is filled with videos like this, like the type of video I'm making, the type of format. It's just people speaking to you. It's more raw, and it's not like, it's less unedited. It's not, the content isn't made to entertain you. So I think it's just about making an effort, right, to just change the type of videos you watch. And another thing, right, when we get bored, the first thing we want to do, we whip our phone out and we start watching TikToks. Literally, that's universal, right? I think all of us could agree. We've probably done that a couple times, or we've done that. So in this book I read, The Laws of Mastery, they were basically saying that your boredom is actually a good thing, and you can use your boredom to be productive. It's just, the hard part is fighting your own mind, because that's really what it boils down to, fighting your own mind and telling yourself, look, I'm not gonna give in to instant gratification, and I'm not gonna watch this TikTok, no matter how funny or no matter how eye-catching that the caption is. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna go to the YouTube search bar and I'm gonna search up whatever, right? In my case, it would be like Alex Hormozi or something. It's literally, that's what it boils down to. And you just have to have the willpower. You've got to be like, literally, you got to be stronger, right? It's you versus your own mind, and it's you versus these people who are studying how to manipulate you on these apps. That's you. It's you versus yourself, and it's you versus these people trying to manipulate you. So it's about making that effort, and it's about using your boredom in a productive manner. And I'm not gonna say I'm good at this yet, because that's a skill in itself, using your boredom to be productive. That's a skill. But whenever you're feeling bored, it's about, again, like I said, fight that urge to scroll on TikTok and actually do something and watch something educational, at least, right? Because even then, watching stuff and educating yourself, that's still not the same as actually taking action towards what you want to do. Taking action is like the top of the top, like what you should be doing. I would say educational content would be like right here in the middle, right? That kind of helps, but it's not like, it's not the full thing. It's not you're not gonna get the full results watching videos. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So it's about taking that extra effort and going out there and watching things that would help you and things that would benefit you. And I know it's really hard, y'all, because if I'm being honest, I could straight up watch Instagram Reels for like 4 hours on end. Like, I really could. Like, I'm not saying it's like, you know what I'm saying, oh, just don't watch it. Like, yeah, I could, like, there'd be some funny stuff. There's funny stuff on Instagram Reels, and there's funny stuff on YouTube Reels. Or there's interesting little things, but they just don't matter, you know what I mean? They just don't matter, and I could be using my time more efficiently. And once you just start building that habit, eventually you're just gonna get better at it. Just like all habits, or just like everything you practice, you're just gonna get better at it. And eventually you're not even gonna need your willpower, or it's not even gonna be as much of a fight in your mind to not watch or to not scroll. You're just automatically gonna go to the video you need to watch, or that's gonna help you, or you're just gonna do the thing that you need to be doing instead of scrolling, right? So let me give y'all a bit of an example, right? Watching iShowSpeed clips, like the little iShowSpeed clips with like the little Family Guy on the bottom. Like, those are tempting to watch, right? And you should, like, like, it's gonna be something dumb, but you're gonna watch it anyways, just for the fact that it's gonna keep your mind entertained. And again, man, you gotta just have control over yourself. Like be conscious of what is going on. Be conscious, like, every time this video pops up, tell yourself, right, some little nerd at Instagram or some little nerd at YouTube is trying to manipulate me, and I'm not going for it. So I'm gonna watch the educational content. And that's like I said, that's just the beginning, y'all. It's really the main thing y'all should be doing is taking action. But I know it's not as simple as you go from watching Reels all day to just all of a sudden you're working on your business. It's not that easy. I'm sure some people are capable of doing that transition, but not all of us. It's about taking these little baby steps first. And the benefit of watching delayed gratification content is it actually helps inspire you and motivate you to take action, right? That's why I say baby steps. It's gonna help you. If all you're watching all day is somebody working on their business or working on their craft, that's what you're gonna want to start doing. It's the same way when we were little kids and we would see Ninja going crazy on Fortnite, or when we would see Myth go crazy on Fortnite. That made us want to be like them and play and be good at Fortnite just like they are. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. So, and just practice delaying the gratification. And I promise you, there's even like a feeling, right, of like sort of productive, like not productivity, but like, how do I say this? So after you watch something educational, you're gonna feel better than after you watch something stupid, like after you just scroll on TikTok, obviously, right? You get more of like a feeling of accomplishment watching something educational than you would just doom scrolling and watching random stuff on YouTube. You're gonna get more of a feeling. But as you're watching the content, while you're watching it in the present moment, it's more entertaining for you to watch, to doom scroll and just watch random things on YouTube. In the moment, it's more entertainment, but after the fact, it's just you get this feeling of, I wasted my time doing this and I could have been doing something else. Whereas opposed to if you just watch something that's educational or that could help you grow into whatever craft you want to do, it's, you have a feeling of accomplishment and you get this feeling of, okay, I'm sort of inspired to do the thing. And it's a great foundation for y'all. It's a great foundation just to start going for your dream life, you know what I mean? And another thing I like doing, I don't think you know what I mean, I don't think it's such a bad thing to look up videos of people in positions that you want to be. Like me personally, one of my goals is to go to Spain, so I don't think it would be a bad thing for me to watch videos of people in Spain, doing what I would want to do, going to these theme parks I want to do, seeing all these historical sites I want to see. And I even get this feeling of like, dang, I'm missing out while watching this. Like this feeling of sort of like, it's a sort of an anxiety or kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, like it's the same thing when you're on Instagram and you're seeing somebody like doing what you want to do, but you're just, instead of watching something educational with your time, with your day, you're gonna see that and then you're just gonna go back to scrolling and you're just gonna see some more random stuff and forget all about it. But what I'm talking about is I'm watching a whole vlog of my trip to Spain, my trip to Japan, and these people like living their life. And it's like I get this feeling of like I don't know, I guess I would say it's a feeling of jealousy. And I mean, jealousy, like obviously it has negative connotations to it, right? Like you shouldn't be jealous, but I feel like you could also use that for your benefit too, and you could just be jealous of, hey man, this guy's doing what I want to do and I want to be like that, so I'm gonna work hard towards that goal. And I'm not gonna just sit here and watch this person live their life. I'm gonna go ahead and do something. You know what I'm saying? It's just about building that healthy habit. And I feel like once you fix your For You page or your recommended page on YouTube, or fix your habits maybe instead, or like instead of, when you get bored, instead of doom scrolling on your phone, you throw your phone to the other side of the room. And I know it sounds a little bit dramatic, chat, but I do this sometimes too, like where I get this feeling of boredom. What do I do? And then I'm thinking about scrolling. I literally pick my phone up and I just throw it to the other side of the room, and I pick up my Kindle, which is on my bed. And then the hard part is getting started. The hard part is like reading for like the first 30 seconds. After the first 30 seconds are done and you're reading and you get into the flow state and you're beginning to understand what you're reading, that's just where, okay, I'm reading now. And I've had these moments a couple of times, and these straight up changed the way my day went. Like the trajectory of my day was decided by this little fight I had in my mind, or the trajectory of my day was decided because I decided just to throw my phone across the room and read on my Kindle. That's what made the difference between what if I had a productive day or I didn't have a productive day. But yeah, man, just a little something to think about, y'all. I mean, just a little bit of brain, you know what I'm saying? Feeding your brain the right knowledge and feeding it You know what I'm saying? Just whatever you feed into your mind, man, that's what really that's what you're gonna be. And like I said, man, that's a great foundation. If you're doing that, and like I would say, once you have done that and your For You page is fixed or your habits are fixed, that's the great, like, big step in the right direction. It's a good step in the right direction, y'all. But that's basically it for this video, man. I just wanted to go on to a little rant right now. I'm really about to go to the gym. I'm at the gym right now. I gotta go in, do what I gotta do. But that's basically it, y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all could take something from this video. Like I said, if y'all are to take something from this video, fix your For You page, fix your habits when you're bored. Start reading, or just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just be more productive, and remember what I said. Just worry more about the delayed gratification content as opposed to the instant gratification content. But that's been it, y'all. This is Tedo. Make sure y'all subscribe, like if y'all enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man.